Hey, y'all, what's up? Mother Charged here, and this is part of that 2 hour gameplay where I recorded without my mic being on. I had the little button pressed so it was not recording my beautiful voice, which you all love. So, this is me in the future talking over my gameplay here, so I won't have as much as usual. My cursing at enemies and generally being
I know,
annoyed because they're getting in my way. You won't
but
have
I'm not
that
afraid.
in this set, but I'll do my best. So this is when Hinako wakes up from the school. So it says run, hurry, there's no
Okay,
going back. There are differences in New Game Plus. You don't have to sit through the ritual
I
anymore.
may not see you here,
So all this is just already done. You don't have to watch. You don't have to
but I feel that you are with me.
collect the things before the rituals. So that's a big change.
I will do what I must to be the perfect person for you.
So I was definitely freaked out about this more so than the first time that I played because there does seem to be more devotion to Fox Mask in this playthrough. We did see his face once already,
For the longest time,
which you did not see in the first playthrough, which is
I am
interesting.
now more certain of my path.
But her voice sounds different here. She seems more accepting of her fate, which marriage probably. I mean, that was the first playthrough we realize she's getting married, right? And this probably is the same thing here. I don't know what happens because I haven't looked it up, so I'm just guessing out loud. My rehab doors, right? I know I had mentioned that to you with the drug usage. They definitely look like institution doors like that. At the top, so interesting there. And now you have all the Fox powers when you come to the shrine, so it's not a build-up. Everything is there just at the start. So New Game Plus in this part is very, very different. So I am trying to collect all the pieces. Now this is a letter, so solemn letter, withstand the ceremony of welcome, and Hinako shall be born anew with blinding beauty. Ancestral spirits of the Tsuneki, who by order of the Kudzu no Miya in heaven's benediction dwell, offer unto Hinako thy words of celebration, for she has completed this ritual. So there you go. Whoever it is, if it's not Koriyuki, she is marrying into the Tsuneki family, which is, as we know, very, very wealthy, influential family. So that seals it, I think. But a lot of this right now, what I'm doing is I am referring to a walkthrough because I don't want to miss anything. There are some things that you have to complete, some puzzles in New Game Plus. What I'm looking for here is the Crimson Water puzzle, which I was confused about because, like I said, I haven't read the endings. You don't need the Crimson Water puzzle for the second ending. You do need it for the fourth ending, actually. So what the Crimson Water puzzle does, when you get the Sacred Sword, which I did in ending 2, but you actually don't need the Secret Sword until endings 3 and 4. So you need it for both of those endings. You have the option to purify the sword or not purify the sword. You need the sword purified in ending 4. So the Crimson Water puzzle is what allows you to purify the sword. So for ending 3, you do not need to do the Crimson Water puzzle because you do not need to purify the sword. You don't want to purify the sword because then you will not get ending 3. But that's what I'm doing here. I'm running around trying to figure out where this room is to do the Crimson Water puzzle. So if you want to pay attention to this, you are more than welcome. I messed it up though because I was confused with the walkthrough. It tells you how to get there, what to pick up, but you actually have to click the chimes in a specific order. I'll show you when we finally arrive there. So I'm going to stop talking right now, and I will add plenty of timestamps to this section for you. So this is the room you need to go to if you're trying to find the Crimson Water puzzle. I do have the map pulled up shortly and circled on the map which room that is, and obviously you can watch to see which way I went because there are a few staircases in this section and it can get confusing which staircase will actually get you to this section. So here I am just searching, making sure, but it is actually this room. So you want to take the staircase that I took earlier. That's how you can get here if you want to get the Crimson Water puzzle. So what you have to do is in the corner of the room, there's a wall that you can use your special Fox powers on and then knock this wall out. And then you'll be able to access this garden, which is actually pretty beautiful. I was like, wow. I can definitely see why this game won Game of the Year for visuals. I still wish it won for more than that, but for visuals, yeah, pretty deserving of that title for sure. So this is when you get to this garden, and this is how you're going to do the Crimson Water puzzle. That is just really cool there. It freaked me out at first, but yeah, and this is, I'm like, what the hell? Because I literally didn't even see what's right in front of me, that you could just walk down that path. So let's just ignore my running back and forth. I think I was so overwhelmed by the beauty that I didn't get it. There you go, Mother Charged. Yes. I know my prescription is fine. I do need progressive lenses because I'm an old lady, but I don't know. I just hate it. It's not how they look. It just, maybe I'm not used to it. Maybe I should wear them. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. Like, times like that. So you'll go to this room and you need to pick this up. That is an achievement for picking up this liquid, which I'll read to you shortly what it says. You get an Ema in here, which those are always great. They'll give you more abilities. Okay, so note of caution. Agura no Hote Sama bestows unto us the blessing of crimson water. This blessing can be found deep beneath the sacred mountain, where spring water pools to infuse with benison herbs. Its medical properties, unlike any other, are the bounty of many moons of steeping. The power imbued to the crimson water shall eradicate even the most wicked evil. But beware, for its frightful potency makes it unsuitable for the purification of mortals. Only for the excision of ancient evil shall it be used. So I am reading a little faster than I normally would just to make sure that I can keep up. I do read a little bit slower because it's just how I read when I am trying to read to others. I think sometimes when people read too fast, it may not sink in with people. I mean, I'm like that sometimes, but I am doing it a little quicker in this voiceover. I apologize for that. So basically, this is now the crimson water. This is saying, so these chimes, you have to do this in a very specific order, and then that is the puzzle. I didn't realize that. It doesn't tell you this in the walkthrough. So now we have Mandate of the Clan. And yet, our mortal world is ever-changing. The age of gods has passed, and the powers of heaven have withered. Such a living sacrifice may no longer suffice to quell the wrath of the deep, so our ancestors saw fit to place a seal of immense power upon the being below. Upon the water they set a great stone. Now, the being remains sealed away, unable to break free of its prison. However, earth cannot endure forever against the might of water. As its power wanes, the seal shall break. When the wrath rises once more, we shall be powerless to stop it. So kind of goes back to the poisonous water dragon, which I think obviously there must be something else going on in this town pollution-wise that is the real explanation for this gas or this smoke, fog, whatever. And again, I'm missing something that's right in front of me. It's funny going through this. I'm like, oh my god, really? Mother Charged? Come on. I'm looking for the other Mandate of the Clan, which I just passed by, but yeah. What are you doing, lady? It's down there. I just saw it. Maybe because I know where it is now, but yeah, literally right there. Bang, girl, get it, get it. Okay. Upon the rock, our ancestors built a shrine, naming it Heaven's Benediction, so it could serve as a sanctuary for our clan. When Heaven's benediction falls, the wrath of the depths shall rage against the heavens themselves, and both man and land shall face calamity. When the time comes, the glory of Hika's gods shall wane, heralding to the end of our clan. It is the duty of our family's head to ensure that Heaven's benediction will prosper for generations to come. It's the faith of our family's head that he shall prevent calamity from ever arising. So, this clan have, they've made themselves the guardian of this sealed evil spirit. I'm taking it, and I'm assuming these people are tied to the Tsunekis, since this would be their shrine, their area. This is probably where they come from. But yeah, you do have to do these in a specific order, and that would be the Crimson Water puzzle, which I didn't get here. I didn't do, but again, you don't need it for ending 2. That's only for ending number 4. And now I'll be quiet as we go to find Fox Mask. So. So this is where you need to go when you finally want to meet up with him, if you do the Crimson Water puzzle. If you forgot, because I totally forgot where he was from the first playthrough. So he is here waiting for you.
Are breathtaking. Hinako.
It's a little freaky. And now going through this with the context of the wedding, it makes a little more sense that they would
Let
be
us
walking down the aisle.
Proceed.
When he says, oh, they're celebrating as Hinako, it makes a little more sense now. That they're probably walking down an aisle getting married.
Behold, the others are celebrating us.
Now, coming up soon, there's something I noticed during this playthrough that I obviously didn't pick up in the first one that I'm going to point out shortly when it comes. You're going to hear a noise right before it. the
I
noise.
wish you all the best in your new life.
To the left, I think that's Junko. And see that Junko has a different mask. Junko doesn't have a fox mask. Junko has a bird mask. So I think that was Junko on the left. And if you notice, everyone else, they have fox masks, except for that one. So I think that was Junko.
Today is such a happy, perfect day. So happy.
Rinko?
Because today, Hinako will die and be gone for good!
Rinko! I'll die. I'll be gone for good. Just like you want me to. I swear. So forget all about me. Just live and be happy!
I love for you! I will scour every last trace of your name from my memory and the world! I want you gone!
My name is... Shimizu Hinako!
But you kept deceiving me. I hate you. With every fiber of my being.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to see you like this, Rinko.
I was such an idiot. You set me fooled the whole time.
I didn't fool you about anything!
Hinako.
But I'm very happy that in the end, we finally got to tell each other how we truly feel. And now, the name Shimizu Hinako means nothing to you. I hope you find peace, Rinko.
And if you're asking how the hell was that so easy for you, it's because I'm playing on casual mode. I started on hard, but it was too hard. I couldn't do it.
I am.
So all that is basically the same. You fight Rinko, and then
You are Hinako, of course!
this
Am
scene.
I?
You are
Pretty
Hinako!
similar. I think the dialogue is the same. I need to do a scene by scene, but
Yes. I am Shimizu Hinako. Or not. I am Hinako.
Exactly. You are my Hinako.
Hinako?
Mom?
Please come home. Dinner's ready for you.
Hinako, are you ready? Will you kill, or will you be killed?
Junko?
Choose death, Hinako.
Why? Does everyone do this? Is everyone a killer? Did you kill too?
Of course. I killed everyone. Father, mother, even you, my precious little sister. I killed my friends as well. Every one of them.
I don't want to die.
You know how dreadful it sounds to hear you say that today. Don't you?
Of course.
I've already told you countless times. This will be the last time I repeat myself. You must decide your future. Today, however, such a decision will come at a great price. Though that cost is only if you survive. If you calmly accept your demise, you won't have to pay the price. Your sister only wants for you to be happy.
Junko!
okay, so again, notice in that scene when you see Junko, she has a bird mask. And the fact that she's telling Hinako that she had to kill everyone,
Rinko!
I think she didn't literally kill them. It means she had to say goodbye to everyone when she got married, and she's trying to prepare her younger sister for the new life that she is about to embark upon. Now, is she wearing a bird
you said,
mask
Junko.
because that's the family that she's married into? I'm not really sure about that. Obviously something I'm going to be trying to figure out, but yeah, she does have a different mask. And if you go back to when Hinako is walking with Fox
Running out of
mask,
time. Hang on, you two. I'm coming for you.
I was just letting that play. So when you look at all the people, there is only one in a bird mask, so pretty sure that was Junko, and there you see her with the bird mask. So, and now here is where I am going to be looking for the 5th statue, and I did cut out a big part of me running around looking for the divine tree. It is at Sakuko's temple, so you want to stay on the left side of your map. So see, right at the top you've got Shu's house, okay, at the top, and then if you head to the left where you see nothing right now, it's kind of blurred, that's where Sakuko's temple is, and that's where you're going to find the divine tree, but you have to do the offering in the 5th statue first. So I will be going for all that in this upcoming section.
Are you sure you're okay with this, partner? Is this really what you want? You're clearly not thinking straight right now.
So the radio was something new for New Game Plus. That was obviously Shu asking if this is what she wants.
Is it dead?
You can guess what he's talking about there. And in this area, this is where you're going to find the 5th offering. Okay, so you have, this is the legend. So in the Edo period, lightning struck the divine tree, leading people to believe that its spiritual power was lost. They then turned to worship the next oldest object, the Inari statues. Thus, the people of Ebisu Gaioka began worshiping Inari-sama. However, the sacred sword predates even the Inari faith. If the oldest object was to become the next object of worship, then it should have been the sacred sword. In other words, if the sacred sword is discovered, it will, without a doubt, undermine the very foundation of local beliefs. So that's interesting, and interesting that the divine tree happens to be where Sakuko's shrine is. So are they gatekeeping that so that people do not find the sacred sword, or do they believe in the more ancient beliefs that predate Inari-sama? So Sakuko, in one of the shrine scenes, one of those parts, yeah, I hate this thing, does talk about something with blades, which I'm pretty sure is referring to that legend, but I'm not sure. So we might get a little bit more of that in the third playthrough, because we got a lot more of Sakako's beliefs in the second. So
This is in rough shape.
anyway, so I
going
should
to
be
need to find a
finding that
replacement
fifth
fast.
offering pretty soon. It's in this area somewhere. So coming up is something really interesting. There's going to be a letter, which I think is from Hinako's mother. It's coming up right here. So letter to Kumiko. He's really done it this time. That husband of mine is always quick to brandish the knife around when he loses his temper, but this time he went too far. He threw it at Hinako. Did he even stop for a second to think what might happen if he mangled her face before she got married? I just don't know what's going through his head sometimes. Sorry, Kumiko. I know I'm always complaining to you. So, father is very violent, throwing knives. That's a little crazy. Throwing a knife at your daughter. Nice. But again, that actually happens. You see it, so. So this is where you're going to find your fifth offering. It's Dad's old kitchen knife, Dad's old tuna filleting knife. And that has to do with the letter where it seems like probably Hinako's mother is talking about Hinako's father throwing the knife. So again, during that boss battle in playthrough 1 with Hinako's parents, when you see all the spoiled food and Hinako's father throws the knife, this suggests that that actually happened. Clinical trial. It has now been 2 weeks since I began taking Kakura Makakura. I've observed no significant physical changes. If anything, I've been falling asleep and waking with ease. I have lucid dreams an average of once every 2 days. When I do, I feel neither the passage of time nor exhaustion, which allows me to become lost in thought. However, today I was met with startling results. In my dream, there was another version of myself who spoke to me. Now, first playthrough, again, I'm going to bring it up, when Hinako is running around her house, she is talking to a version of herself. So was she giving her Hakura Makakura, which is this experimental drug that they are giving Ebisugaoka residents? So that's the fifth statue. I guess I missed somewhere in the gameplay where I found it. I'll try to go back, but you find it in a tree. And she's supposed to say something about the divine tree, and here I was confused because she didn't say it right away. She won't say it right away. You have to walk away a little bit to trigger that. So don't freak out if you do it and she doesn't say anything right on the spot. She won't.
Come to us. Come to the divine tree. What was I? Divine tree. What is this all about? This is the oldest Oinari-sama in town.
Definitely want to point this area out. It is not important for the ending I'm going for here, which is ending number 2. However, this area is very important for ending number 4 because that's where you're going to purify your sword. So that's where that is. I was looking like, when I was trying to do it, I didn't realize it wasn't part of it. I was going crazy looking for it. It does mark it on the map for you, and that's where it is. But this is actually nowhere near the divine tree. The divine tree is to the left. You cannot see it on the map right now because it's covered, but that's where you need to go for ending number 4 to purify the sacred sword. This part can get very confusing, so I wanted to kind of point out some things to help you. So these archways, these help you know that you are leaving this area or going towards that area where you have the crimson water purification. That street light, these tell you that you're getting close to Ebe Sugaoka. So when you see that, okay, that's what I need to see. Those are kind of my landmarks that I'm getting close to that part. And there's also a log that you have to go under. So these things will just kind of help you while you're going through the woods trying to find the right path. So it can get confusing with the map sometimes. Although I do think the map in this game is really good. I have to give them credit on that much. Like, it's pretty easy to follow. So it's pretty accurate too. Some new game maps that are just all over the place. Security breach. But yeah, the map is pretty good. But here you go. So this is something you have to go underneath this. So it's a good landmark to know that you're heading towards that main path that would bring you to Shu's house and that part of the mountain. Going the opposite way, obviously, will bring you to Ebe Sugaoka. And coming up, we're going to be going to the playground, triggering that scene with Kodayuki again in the Fox. If you're interested in seeing that again.
Even the town? I need to hurry home. Better take this, just in case. Wait, this place is still untouched? Blood! He's bleeding! Somebody! Help! I'll move it a grown-up!
Calm down. It's just scared. That's all. It's okay. No need to be afraid. You alright? That's a lot of blood. Gotta get you fixed up.
Thanks.
Are you all right? How dare it bite kids? Beat that thing to death!
I'm Kodayuki. What's your name? I'm Hinako. Shimizu Hinako.
I didn't even remember that.
So there it was again. So now we have old medical record. While the request for emergency transport was being made, I was left alone in the examination room with the patient. During this time, he briefly regained consciousness. When I rushed over and began calling his name, he responded, "Kodayuki? So that's my name." It's not uncommon for patients with high fevers to experience disorientation. However, this young boy did not show any signs of distress. He remained expressionless, his face like an unmoving mask. His eyes were blank and glassy, not unlike those of a doll. At the very least, I didn't know any of the usual symptoms of fever-induced disorientation. Immediately after, he again lost consciousness. As I did not accompany him, I do not know the details of what happened at the prefectural hospital. Although such an episode can likely be attributed to a temporary disturbance in the patient's memory, as a long-practicing physician of Ebisugayoka, I cannot help but be reminded of that local phenomenon, the fox possession. It's a call back to earlier when you're finding all those physician logs with the fox illness, right? So what is that? And, we got the fox sacrifice, all these things going on. So what is this? We've got also Shu's family, the Owai family, making these experimental medications. Kakura Makakura, that is causing lucid dreaming. So interesting, where they're talking to themselves. A lot going on here. A lot. This is why this game needs 5 different endings, because there's so much going on. So this is important in New Game Plus. You're going to find one of these boxes that you can open because you have the Fox Brooch from Fox Mask. On the 21st, 13 Ebisugayoka residents were brutally killed in broad daylight. The police department has yet to find the killer. So it comes from this thing in 1880. This was a truly horrible incident. Police investigations pulled up nothing, and construction on a large-scale dam began soon after, drawing a whole new workforce to Ebisugayoka that rapidly developed the town. Before long, everybody had forgotten about the mass murder. I, however, have not forgotten. There is something very peculiar about this incident. According to multiple eyewitness reports, the killer was a giant of a man, over 2 meters tall, who had covered himself head to toe in tree bark and roots fashioned into a kind of armor. On top of all that, he also wore a no mask. He marched around the town preaching the following: "You worship false idols. The foxes lead you astray. Destroy their foul statues. If reverence is not given to the divine tree, then that water dragon shall arise once more to bring calamity upon this land." The man then proceeded to butcher everyone in his path with a katana. Yay. I'd wager that the perpetrator was some kind of divine tree faith fanatic. To the followers of that old practice, the transition of faith from the divine tree to the Inari statue is surely seen as an unforgivable act of blasphemy. It's entirely possible that the strange guise he wore was to replicate the giant monk who founded the religion in the Kamakura period. According to another eyewitness report, we also know what happened to the man in his final moments. This, too, unsurprisingly, has been made out into some kind of divine happening. A thick fog swept in, and from it appeared a pack of eerily glowing foxes. They circled around the man surrounding him, and then everything was swallowed by the fog, leaving nothing behind. What juvenile drivel. I had to read it like that. It was giving it. So there you go. That's what I was talking about earlier with the whole sacred sword thing, the divine tree. There's obviously differences in opinion as to which beliefs are the correct ones.
Monsters now.
So I will, in my next video, try to be a little more clear about where this is, but right now we're going to the Divine Tree, so this is Sakuko's shrine that you're going to be going to for that part. I had to cut a bunch of wandering, so it may seem confusing, but if you look at the map where I'm heading to, that's where you need to go after you do the 5th offering. You don't need to go through the village. The only reason I kept it in my gameplay is because I do read a lot of things that I didn't want to cut out, but yeah, you are going to be heading here to the Divine Tree. So this, once you see that Hakura, you're really close. But I'm still confused. You can see my face. Did I do it? I have no idea where I'm going. What the hell? So once you see this, you're golden. You're gonna head to the right over there, up these stairs, and then you will find the tree and get the sword, which you only need it for 3 and 4, but why not just get it? It's pretty damn cool. You're about to find out. I feel like I would get it for every ending because it's cool.
This is the divine tree.
Yes, sword that never breaks. Hell yeah. See, it says there, if the blade chips, the mysterious something will restore it. My camera's covering it, but it's a sword that does not break. This is telling you it doesn't really work as well with focus attack, I guess. I don't know, I'm going too fast through it because I was so excited to use it. So now this comes with it. It is said that Ebisugaoka was a hidden village that once served as refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale is yet to be found. Still, Ebisugaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it's my belief that this tale is true. According to other local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of their deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It'd be a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword. So Hinako has found that sword, and it's a historical breakthrough. And there you have it. It is super cool. It's a freaking katana, bro. Like, come on. That's like always the best weapon. All the time. So, there you have it. It's not the greatest. Like, it doesn't take things out in one shot like the Mega Man suit in Dead Rising. If you know, you know. But it's nice to have a weapon that doesn't break. In this game, it really sucks when your weapon breaks because you cannot do anything but run. Yeah, I'm loving it for that reason. I don't know if this is going to affect my ending. I just realized. If you're going for ending 2, I don't know if getting the Sacred Sword is going to mess that up. Guess we'll find out. And another question, if you're like me, you're asking right now. Sweet, do I get that during every single gameplay? I don't know. I googled it. It looks like no. And I think that's because for endings 3 and 4, you have to get the sword. Obviously for 4, as I mentioned earlier, you need to do the Crimson Water puzzle and purify the sword to get ending 4, but I don't think you do start the game with it. What I read is you have to go through these steps every time if you want the sword. So again, if I'm going to do ending 3 next, if this doesn't affect it and I do get ending 2, then for ending the next one, ending 3, I'm going to have to do this for the next 2 runs in order to get the sword to get those endings. So for the 5th one, you don't have to get it, I'm guessing, but I mean, why wouldn't you want it if it's something you could have? Like, it's cool as hell. Look at that. Badass. Yes, that was definitely a massive time jump, but I didn't want to bore you with my running around in circles. This is where I decided, okay, I got all the extras. I'm going to finish this up and go to Hinako's house, as that's where you need to go to complete this, because the next section is Shimizu house. And this is me heading over there, so... And also testing out the sword. I was like, how does this baby run, you know? Let's check it out. Like I said, it's not the greatest. You don't take things out in one swipe or anything, but it's a weapon that doesn't break. That alone is worth it, especially in this game. So you're kind of set for the rest of the game. You're like, alright, for the rest of the game, I don't have to worry about picking up weapons. Cool. I'll take it. Especially some of them. It's like you hit people 2 times and they're already broken. Like, what the hell? So yeah, here I go. Like, yes, let's check this bad boy, and looking for some enemies, which normally I get annoyed with. This time I was happy. Why does it look like he's got a freaking nutsack hanging from his chin? Did y'all notice that? He's got like this glowing nutsack hanging on his chin. Did Disney help them with the animation here? Just thinking out loud. Was I drunk? No, it was literally like really late and I was tired. Yeah. This is one of the ones I hate the most. It pukes blood everywhere. It freaking traps you in the vines. And I'm like, dude, just go away. I hate you. Just like, bye. So we're about to get to Hinako's house, and again, thank you guys so much for all of the support watching these. I hope you do enjoy it. I am sorry that I messed up my gameplay by having my mic muted, so... But at least the game sound was on. That sucks when you record without game sound. I've done that before. That's worse, because you do kind of have to play it all over again. At least we got that. That's more important. I can always just voice over. No big deal. Good to make fun of myself too. I'm like, what am I doing here?
It's got my home too.
So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next one, which will be Hinako's house. Super fun. Let's see what we got in New Game Plus. I'm sure we'll have a lot of new extras there. Bye.